Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If it's the first time you're here, my name is Lii Borossy. It's so funny, every time I introduce myself I feel like a broken record. I feel like I introduce myself the same way each video, and it's like a little phrase now that it just comes by itself. I don't think about how I talk in the beginning. But anyway, welcome to my 31-week pregnancy update. It's so crazy. We are really down to the wire now. It's not much more before we get to meet baby boy, and I'm just so excited to see him. I have made a list of my current symptoms that I have been experiencing for the past week, and let's just jump right into the video. So first symptom I wrote down is nesting mode is back. I have been a few weeks now feeling like I have no energy to really tackle any projects. I haven't had motivation to start a project, and now I'm like every day finding things to do, like cleaning projects and like preparing things for his arrival. And I still need to do more things, like specifically target to baby, like washing his clothes and putting together his crib and that kind of things. But I'm like prepping my home. I'm like cleaning things that I normally don't clean, or things that I clean like once or twice a year or whatever. Like I feel like I'm doing a spring cleaning as we speak. But yeah, so every day is like a new project. I feel like I have a little bit more energy this week, and the previous week I also told you that I was feeling a little bit better in the sense that I have more motivation, I have more energy to try and do things. I still have a lot of aches and pains, but at least I'm feeling more like myself. I'm feeling like I want to do more things, and I want to get things done, and it makes me feel accomplished when I do, and it makes me happy, so that's good. I also said that I'm feeling pain from contractions and baby movements. And with that I mean that when he's moving, which he is all the time, it's quite painful now because his movements are so big. So if he kick me in my ribs, I will feel it down in my groin area, or I don't know how to say. But if he, I think he's still head down, so I'm hoping. But when he's like stretching, I feel it everywhere, and sometimes it's quite uncomfortable. If I'm walking around and he's doing that, I feel like he's gonna come out. That's how it feels. My contractions, like my Braxton Hicks contractions that I have been dealing with this entire pregnancy, what it feels like. It started around week 18 or 17 or something like that, I don't remember, early. They come if I am dehydrated, they come if I do a lot of physical activity, but that it doesn't take a lot for them to come on. And last night they were so bad when I was having dinner that I had to just go into my own zone. I was closing my eyes and I had to count, and I had to like breathe through them, and they were really, really painful. And I remember this being true with Natalie's pregnancy as well. So when my labor started with her, if my water didn't break, I wouldn't have known that I was in labor, because I was having so severe Braxton Hicks contractions for so long. I also wrote down that my skin on my belly is starting to itch a little bit, and I know that is from growing. And my recommendation is, if you feel like it's itching a little bit, even just a little bit, don't itch, just go and put on lotion, because as soon as you do, that soothes it a little bit. And if you start to itch your skin, then the stretch marks are definitely gonna come. That can provoke it. So if you're feeling itchy like I'm doing from time to time now, just lather yourself up in lotion and hope for the best. Yeah, and that I can also say that I have so far not any new stretch marks, knock on wood, because I feel like they're gonna come in any second. My cravings this week, honestly, this third trimester, the second half of the second trimester until now, I haven't had any cravings, but I feel like, I feel like this week I have been craving things like salad and salty foods, but mainly healthy things, so that's really, really good. My weight gain is I'm now about, because I fluctuate, but I'm about 65 kilograms, which means I have gained in total 10 kilograms in this pregnancy. And I know that the kilos that I'm gaining now is probably from baby growing, so that's good. Round ligament pain is very painful, and as if you saw my last pregnancy update, I showed you my belly support band that I'm using. If you haven't seen it, you can go and check that video out, because I really recommend it. If I feel like my round ligament pain gets really bad during the day, I will put that on, and it actually relieves some of the aches and pains, so that's good. I really recommend it. It doesn't have to be anything expensive, just maybe look for one on Amazon or something. I got mine from a friend, so that's why I don't know exactly where you can get it, but I think you can find it on Amazon. Lightning crotch, I was talking about this earlier, but when he is very low, because he's still able to move, so sometimes he's very high and sometimes he's very low, and when he's very low, many times I get what it's called lightning crotch. And if you have experienced that, you know that it's not comfortable. It is just like it sounds, and it can be very like frightening or startling, because when it happens you are not prepared and you're like and that happens a lot. And it did with Natalie too. But also if he's very high up in my ribs, I feel like I can't breathe, because he's pressing so much on my lungs. And that's almost worse, because it takes a while for him to adjust, and it takes a while for me to catch my breath then. Probably the most like TMI and exciting symptom for the week is that I have started to produce colostrum. And on my last update, somebody asked me if I had had any like embarrassing pregnancy symptoms, and honestly I think I've only had what I would consider one embarrassing symptom, and nobody else except me was realizing it, because it was when I went to the toilet, because by now I have had like no problems going to the toilet and doing number 2, but it has been different. And sometimes it's like I feel like I need to go, I go to the toilet and I manage to go for a little bit, and then it's like I can't finish, and then I have to come back a while later and try again. And one time when I did that, I realized that my underwear was a little bit dirty, and that's probably the most disgusting thing that has happened during this pregnancy. Yeah, it happened once, and it is what it is. Basically, you don't have a lot of control over your bodily fluids and other bodily movements, that kind of thing. So that would probably be my most embarrassing one. Yes, so producing colostrum, and that's like the first step of starting to produce milk for your baby. So colostrum is the first like yellowy type of milk that comes before you actually get your milk in, and you can start to produce that earlier in the pregnancy before the delivery, and I have started to do that. So it's a good sign that breastfeeding this time will be no problem like the last time. I had latch issues with Natalie, but not like I wasn't producing enough. I was overproducing with her, so that was good, but it was uncomfortable. And then also, because I'm so big now, it's very difficult to shave, and it's very difficult to get dressed, and sometimes even I can't get up. So if I'm on the sofa, sometimes I need some help to get up, and yeah, that's part of the 3rd trimester, friends. You can't really move a lot, and yeah, that's annoying. But it is what it is. And also I wrote down, should I pack my hospital bag soon? Because in my application they recommend, I have 3 that I'm using, but in one of them, which is the Pregnancy Plus app, they start to recommend from week 30 that you start to prepare for your hospital bag and start to pack it. And I think I need to do some shopping before I pack my bag, because I still miss a few items that I need to put in that one. So I think I will include maybe me going to buy a few things like in a nesting vlog, and then I want to do a what's in my hospital bag video separately. So comment if you're interested in seeing that, and if you haven't subscribed by now, please do so you don't miss out. Now let's do the belly shot, and then I will see you guys for my next pregnancy week or update next week. But I have more videos coming your way, so stay tuned and hit that bell notification so you don't miss out. Thank you for watching. Bye. Can you be quiet, please? So here is belly progression for week 31, and feeling very large. And I know that baby is only gonna get bigger, and so will I. But yeah, show you my bare belly as well. I'm starting to look kind of funny. And Shuri is walking in and out of the doors here. But as you can see, he has really started to poke out from my rib cage, and yeah, there is not much space, but I wonder if he's starting to drop or if he just changed position. I hope he's still head down, but yep, this is pregnancy belly for week 31.
You say take me on a treasure hunt. I long for something new. Have you heard the fairies when they sing and dance?